There she is. Whew. Jeez. She's a bumpy old ride on the old little red boat. But we're getting there. Look, we've come a long way. It's amazing the faith I've got in this $900 motor from Facebook Marketplace, isn't it? But so far she's put in the time, and I'm getting more and more confidence in her. So here we are, basically, out in the middle of nowhere. Let's get on the island. It'll be nice once we make it, but water's not looking too bad. Hard to tell if it's going to be clear close to the island. Let's do it. Take it slow because I know there is rocks. It's high tide, so we should be all right to get pretty close without worrying, but you never know. And the water is a bit milky, so I can't really see the bottom yet, so we'll just edge in a little bit, make sure we don't stuff it up. We don't want any broken props out here. Yeah, looking very, very milky. I still can't see the bottom, and I'm pretty much almost right on the island. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh, I can see some sand now. Yeah, we'll wait for a wave to come in and we'll pull up. Sort of. It was a minor success, wasn't it? Alright, well, hopefully that'll hold it for a sec. But very nice to be out here. But that water, well, it looks maybe it's a little clearer over there through that gap. I guess it's going to be a little bit of a shallow affair because it's very, very milky, but actually through there it actually looks pretty good. Maybe. It's only one way to find out, and that's to jump in. But how's this? Right, well, we made it back to the island. We haven't been to this one for a long time, but very, very cool. Looks like it's had a lot, looks like it's had very little activity with people, which is really cool, because look, all this has grown back. Last time I was here, I think it was quite trodden down. Looks like no one's been here for a long time, actually. Oh, let's get this off. Alright, boat should be alright here. It's pretty much peak high tide now, so maybe we should get a bird's eye view and get up to the top of the weather station. Always a bit of touch and go. There's always this bit of a nervous feeling before you sort of embark on one of these trips, and this one was very much in that sort of category, because I was like, geez, am I doing this? I've got a bigger boat. Why are we doing this in the little boat? But the thing is, with this island, because it's so shallow and there's so many big, you couldn't see it on the way in because of the milky water, but there's these big sort of channels. See how these rocks come out here like that? There's these big channels of rocks exactly like that, but in the water, running all the way out on all these angles. And it's a really treacherous kind of patch of rock, and it's quite shallow for quite a while all the way around. People come and fish this area, but they don't really come on the island all that much and stay, which is understandable, because unless you've got a boat like this, it's really hard to get up here and kind of relax, because it feels like your boat's going to get ruined any second. So this is the perfect boat for the job if you can get out here and you've got faith in your motor, because it's surprising where you can get on these little things, but it's also a bit of a mind bender, because you've got to really commit. And it's a big, like, it's at least, you know, it's a 40k run out here, and for a little boat like that, a 40k run, if the weather changes or it whips up, can get pretty hairy if you're not aware of what can happen. But we got here, so who cares? Oh, we still got to get back though, I guess. Anyway, let's take this camera and go for a bit of a hike up. We'll get up the top, we'll have a little bit of a bird's eye view of the island, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about what this trip is all about, apart from just having a bit of a fun and looking for an adventure. Wow, look how much, like, it just looks so much more grown back. Oh, geez, I don't want to step on that. It's obviously a spiky fish of some sort, like a puffer fish, but that would have been flown up here, I'd say, by the eagles. Phew, it stinks though. Look at that. Another set of bones. Tailbone. Eagles having a feast. Ooh, and we just got to watch out for those. You definitely don't want to step on them. But we've got a plan for you. Hopefully there's a slightly bigger one up here. The old prickly pear. There she is. That's the weather station. But have a go at this. Wow. What a view. There's the weather station. Australian Bureau of Meteorology. Automatic weather station, authorised personnel only. I guess that's not me. I'm not qualified. But yeah, look, how's that walkway? Somewhat of an elaborate walkway for just there. You'd think that they would just make it just like one little ladder here. So the taxpayers' money well spent. Well, maybe there's a reason. Maybe I don't understand. But it's pretty cool. Man, I'm still just tripping out about how nice this is. It's amazing. And as much as I don't like seeing man-made structures like signs or anything on any of the islands I go to, I accept this one, even though it is quite a big structure, because it's a weather station, and the weather is so important for what I do. And this weather station in particular is one of the stations that I really rely on, because a lot of the other stations are on land, and depending on which way the wind's going, they can give a very misleading sort of wind reading. Whereas this one has nothing stopping it from giving an accurate reading. So if I'm going anywhere on this coastline, I'll check the one on the shore, and then I'll check this one, and it'll give me an actual true reading. It's always very interesting because it's consistently worse here. Yes, so it's very deceiving if you're looking at all the stations back on the mainland. Oh, starting an avalanche. But yeah, so good to be on this island, and so good to be on the little red boat. I'm going to be able to pull it up and just not worry about it. It's going to be great. We're just going to stay out here, enjoy the beautiful island, and we are just going to eat whatever we catch. I don't have any food, and that includes no oil, no salt, no nothing, no flavoring. So I'm going to have to make my own salt. I'm going to have to harvest a few things like these cactus and whatever other plants I can find. I can see there's pigweed here as well, this here, which is edible. So we'll maybe do like a little bean salad with that. First of all, we'll need to make some salt just to make everything taste a little nicer. And then, yeah, we've got a few options here, but it all hinges on whatever I catch or whatever I can forage. The window is, I think I've got 3 days, but if we can push it to 4, even better. We have brought water on this one because as much as I don't want to do the water, it's just on these islands, you very quickly realize, and I've done those survival challenges before where I've had to make my own water. If you get to an island like this and you're without water for a few days, you are in big trouble. There's very little chance, even if you've managed to bring plastic bags and things like that to spread out and all the little tricks you can do, you're going to really struggle on an island like this that's pretty much has nothing but a little bit of vegetation, no trees. You might get lucky and find some bottles you can boil up things in, but even then you're really going to struggle to make enough water to survive, because even when I've had plastic bags and vegetation on the mainland and things like that, I've struggled to make enough water, more than say half a litre or so a day, and that was me in slow decline basically. And unless I can find a water source that was supplied by, say, digging around the base of some of these edges or cliffs, and there's been a bit of rain in this big mound here and it's leaking out, apart from a water source like that, you are screwed. But should be fun, and like I'm confident I'll catch fish, but whether we can make everything taste nice and make an actual proper nice like sort of survival meal out of it, and not just be eating things on a fire just for the sake of it, is what it's really going to come down to. So we'll have a bit of a forage around, we'll see what we can find, and yeah, I guess we'll probably go and have a walk around the island first. That's what we like to do, go and explore it. Maybe we can find some shoes. That's always fun. I always get a bit turned off on the fake survival challenge. As long as it's done legit, then I'm cool with it, but there's so many things I'm seeing these days where it's just so not legit. I think I watched one where the guy, he clearly isn't sleeping there, you know what I mean? Like he's pretending. And I was like, wait a second, that's definitely cheating. He's not even on a real adventure, he's just pretending. A lot of people ask me why I don't wear thongs or shoes all the time. And it's because I'm out here for an adventure, and if I bring everything, I don't know, I just find that there's something to be said for getting out there, getting the dirt between your toes and a bit of water on your feet. And I sort of find that as part of the adventure and part of the fun. And a lot of the time, and the sad fact is, most of these islands I come to with a little bit of exploring, and it gives me a bit of purpose, but with a little bit of exploring, I'll probably find some thongs that I can wear. So you'll notice in a lot of my older videos, I've actually found footwear by the end of the video, usually on the first day. And that's sort of part of the fun, isn't it? So let's go on the thong search and we'll have a bit of a flick around. We'll take the fishing rod as well and see what we can find. Might get the water out of the sun, and I guess we can take these two up. Oh, stuck. So this is the camping gear with the tent in it. But yeah, it's always good to get this plastic bottle out of the sun before it heats up. Oh, we've got a bit of shade. Okay, that's 10 litres, that should be enough, more than enough for me for 4 days. Oh, bugs everywhere. Now, where are we going to put this tent? We're going to put it up now. Unfortunately, had another tent issue, so we're back to using a cheap Kmart tent for this trip. But I've put the tent up here before, just in this little patch. I think after having a walk around, this did turn out to be the best spot. It's not perfectly flat, but it is nice and soft to lie on, that's for sure. Super grassy. And I do believe last time I was here I forgot the poles to my tent, so I just had to use the net strung between that tree and that bush. But I'm pretty confident I've got the poles this time. Maybe we'll put the tent up quickly. It is not fancy though. There's the door. Yeah, well, there you go. There's the prickly pear, the first one. Didn't see that one there. And the problem is, they look like nice and thin and like they come out as easy, but they're not. They've got like these little barbs that pull out, very difficult to pull out once they go in. So you just got to go for it and rip it out. But we'll need to get rid of that one and this one here, because I don't want to run into those. Amazingly spiky. Youch. See you later, buddy. Don't want you. Alright. Let's just make sure it's clear everywhere else. Even better. Much better. Oh, look at this. More skins. Is that a human living that, or an eagle as well? A lot of dead bodies around in there. Now, if there was definitely no chance of rain, I would just roll with it like that. But I think there is a bit of a chance of rain, so we'll put the fly on as well. Okay, we have a tent. All in all, not a bad tent. I think it cost me $18 from Kmart, so you can live with that. There's the zip. You wouldn't actually even need a mattress here. I'll sort of sleep across diagonally like this. That way I'm sort of with my head up on the higher point, on the high ground. I'll go get my mattress and that, but it's actually pretty comfortable already. Pretty cool, not a bad view. And it's always nice to sort of look straight out and see, I can see the boat just over there as well. Mattress, pillow. Oh, and sleeping bag. And I dare say I won't be sleeping in that, because it is very hot and very humid. Yeah, that'll do nicely. No, awesome. It's nice to always get that up. Feel like you're ready to, come what may now, you're ready to sort of retreat back in here if we need to. Zip that up just in case some bites get in. But yeah, no, we're set. Almost feel like getting in the water right now, but we'll wait. We'll go for an explore first. Look how fast that tide's going now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, see that? It's a cool cone shell. It's almost in perfect nick. Maybe not good enough. But I guess we'll show you what's in here. So we've basically just got snorkel and mask, flares and safety gear, etc. And just some lures, tackle box, and then just camera gear on this side. So drone, battery backpacks and all of that stuff, but no food. So there's no cheating. There's nothing really in the boat. Well, there's nothing left in the boat really, so it's all up to me to catch fish. Shouldn't be a problem. Imagine if it was a problem. That'd suck. It's up here. Get a bit of shade. And I guess we'll go for that walk. that. But we'll definitely need some more water. And I'll grab you as well. And we'll have to change that lure over, put something a little bit more appropriate on. Right, we'll have to go to the esky to do that. I feel like I'm going to go through most of this water if I keep the activity up, because it is very hot and really humid. Okay, let's go. So do we go that way or that way? That way or that way? You can definitely see what I was talking about when it comes to those jagged rocks that just sort of stretch out in big lines. It's pretty much exactly like that, even under the water all the way out, so it's definitely pretty treacherous. Alright, straight off here I guess. That's pretty good. Yeah, water's definitely milky on this side. Want quite a bit of drag just in case we do hook up to a cold trout or something. It's hard to tell how deep it is. I'll have to climb up and around that one. Down there for a sec. There we go. Fish off that point there. Ouch. Now I'm remembering how horrible it is to walk without shoes here. This island is particularly sharp. This rock here is not too bad, but even these are sort of like an edge shape. But put up with it for a little bit, and then the thong search will start. Surely we can get at least something, at least a cod or something here. Something a little swam past then, but certainly wasn't interested in my lure. There's all the little swallows in there. Must be little swallows' nests everywhere. Whew. It's a big rock. Do I try and go up and over, or do I maybe walk around it? Well, you'd think that they were really big rocks, but on the other side they're actually just wafer thin. But this is about as far as I go, I think. Don't know if I've got any use for a packing crate right in this very second. What else have we got in these cracks? Coconut. Hollow though. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. But empty as well. They all look pretty warm up here. Oh, we've got a thong. But seen better days. Oh look, looks like someone's already tried to fix him. Good job. Maybe we can use you yet. Oh. Need a proper stick or something metal or something, just to hold it in place. Here we go. There we got some shape. Oh baby. Here we go. Oh, it's pretty rickety. Alright. We have one thong. It's very, very, oh look, it's definitely got some cracks in it. It's looking, yeah, that's not going to last long. But if it lasts a little bit, that's a win. Here we go, a bit more like it. A lot of nails in that board. Put that up there where I'm not going to stand on it. It's a bit more like it in respect of maybe finding a thong, but it's also one of those situations where you're like, oh, so here's all the plastic washing up. And the crazy thing is, this isn't even bad compared to other places. That one's not going to be big enough. Mini thong. Still not that much really, considering. Air Salon Pass. There's a good base if we can find some strings to go around. Still holding together, so that's a good start to something. Oh, I can see something up here. Ooh, that's a find. Let's see, we might actually be able to rethread that. It's the wrong side, but that's alright. We'll keep those. Oh, it's a good find. Here we go. That one's a gift. That one's pretty much fully intact, sort of. This is much better than the one I've got here that looks like it's about to break, so we can swap those around. See if we can still get an upgrade though. And we might even still be able to put this one on just for now. Classy. Ooh, look at all these prickly pear. They're right for the harvesting. No flowers, unfortunately, they're not in season. Or fruit, sorry. That would have been a gift if it was. That's alright. We can eat the pad. Ooh, bit of wire, that could come in handy, we'll keep that. And big boy, it's got a good one, it's in pretty good nick really. Take that back to camp. Isn't it a pity that even on an island like this that didn't really even have that much rubbish on it, considering I still managed to find some footwear. And it's pretty much like that just about everywhere I go. So everyone that says, why don't you bring thongs? It's like, well, I kind of don't need to in a lot of ways. Very rarely, if I go and put some time in, do I not find something to use. Alright. There's one. It's looking good. It's going to be brand new when we get it back on. Wonder what happened to the fella wearing these. And a bit of a blowout. Okay. I reckon if we're not too crazy on it, I reckon we're looking pretty good with that one. Oh, luxury. Look at that. Beauty. Oh, it's a bit tighter. But not bad at all. And what we'll do is we'll put these two in the bag. If we don't need them, we'll still take them home and chuck them in the bin. And then we'll head back over here, see if we can find a nice little ledge to have a quick cast off. Oh, it's a bit small. Oh, look at that. Nautilus shell. That's a good one. It's a pity it's so faded. It's really cool. Nautilus are a bizarre, crazy creature, aren't they? There we go. Bit of moisture. You'll see how much those colours come back out. Yeah, nautilus are a bizarre creature. If you haven't seen one, they're sort of like a weird squid-like creature. And they have like a little flap at the bottom and their little eyes poke out on either side, and they got little tentacles out here. And they sort of swim like this in the ocean. It's a very bizarre and very cool creature. Definitely very alien-like. Yeah, it's a pity his shell's so faded, but when it's wet, it looks pretty good. So the water looking a bit clearer here. I hope so, because if I can't get the job done with being on land, I'm going to have to jump in the water, because that's my sort of surefire kind of way to catch food on these trips if I can't get one on the line. But if I can't see, look, it doesn't look so bad here. On this edge, this outer edge here looks alright. Everywhere else looks super silty. We only need one little edge. Definitely caught fish over here though. So good. Oh, look at that cool crab. What are you doing? Ooh. Ooh. See ya, buddy. We're not that desperate to eat him, but a bit of fun. Look, now that I'm looking, there's actually quite a few of them. There's another one over here. See this guy here? Whoa, very feisty. Woo. Oh, crabs everywhere. Okay, where are we standing? Right here? Look, that water doesn't look so bad at all, actually. No bites so far though. A little bit of a worry, isn't it? Oh, that's no good. Lost me thongs. Come on. We just wait for him to come back, maybe? No, he's not going to come back, is he? He's going all the way in. Boo! He washed all the way around and he came around through this gap here, and I can pick him up on this side. Okay. Got your back, which is a big deal because these rocks are like razors. They're not very good rock hopping shoes, are they? Surprising that we're not at least getting any cod or anything. Maybe this challenge will be harder than I thought. No go. Yeah, definitely cloudy here, but maybe, geez, it looks clear over there, maybe. Is there any one way to find out? Maybe we try and go and jump in the water. Because, oh, crabs. Look at that one. It's not so bad. Definitely an option. Yeah. Grab our bits. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but take it back. Put it up on the tree or something. Coconut. Empty. Shin guard, Nike, and oh, that one's a gift. Ooh, yeah, no, this one might actually be a good replacement for this one, because it has popped off a few times. We did the full lap then, and we didn't catch anything to eat. It's a bit of a problem, but we will. Might have to get in the water. Yeah, found a few extra bits of wire. Beautiful. How's the tide, huh? It definitely goes out of ways, and it's still not low tide yet, so probably another metre to drop out, I'd say. But oh man, it is hot. Jeez, tell you what, we want to be getting some fish in the water though, because we are going to need to eat something soon. We're getting hungry. Oh, this will be fun. Definitely looks like it's cleared up a fair bit. That's good. always wanted to try one. So now's our chance, huh? There we go. Sand. Oh, sand's more better. Well, that didn't work very well. There you go. Gold line rabbit fish, huh? I know, like it might not seem that exciting, but I've wanted to try one of these for a long time. I've tried a few times, if anyone remembers, in the mangroves and a couple other places, and every time I go they're always too small. And I used to see this size. This is because it's like a proper size. I used to see these all the time, but I haven't seen them this size and fine to shoot for a long time. Put him on one flip up. I'll cover him and get him out of the sun. And then we'll go up and quickly get changed, and then I want to chat about that dive. Alright, got changed. Definitely want to drink of water, but yeah, I have mixed feelings all of a sudden. I almost could cry. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I've never ever come across a case of a whole island dying and bleaching. It's all a bit depressing actually. Like I was getting a bit upset about it in the water, like just everywhere I look. And what was here, like I was here what, a year, maybe a little more than a year ago, and it was thriving. It was so alive. There was fish, there was coral. All those hard corals weren't white, and now they're pretty much, if they're not already bleached, they're on their way out. There's just a little bit of like fluorescent algae up the top. They're like really on their way to being dead. So and it's not just one or a little patch, and I'm not being alarmist and going, oh my god, the sky's falling, but this whole island is dead. And yeah, that's really upsetting. Like will it, like this is, like I love this island, you know what I mean, and now it's completely kind of, like I don't know, will it come back in my lifetime? Will it come back in 10 years? I don't know. How long does it take? Like I've seen patches of bleaching and patches of reef that get grown over with algae and struggle at times, but a lot of the time they either come back or, you know, over time they change, but there's still life moving in. But this is really sudden, and it's like in the whole island basically, because I swam from that edge all the way around to the other edge, and it was pretty much everywhere. So yeah, like, you know, the kind of the, yeah, like it's really a bit sad, and I don't know what I want. I'd like to look into it. If anyone knows more about maybe this area in particular, or what could cause, like we all know the raising temperatures and things can cause bleaching, but I wonder if some of the islands further up or down have been affected like this one. I've seen, even not so far from here, up maybe another 50 kilometers up that way, I've seen patches of reef healthier. When I saw them last, I thought, oh, that's in trouble, and I've come back a year later and it's been healthier than ever. But this is another level. This is something else. So yeah, sorry to be a bit of a downer, but it's a bit upsetting actually. Yeah, it's really upsetting. Like, is this island done? Is this like, yeah, because it was thriving. It was one of the islands that, because it was a bit further to get to and a bit harder for certain people to get to and camp and see it and fish it and snorkel it, it seemed abundant, you know what I mean? Lots of sharks, lots of fish, lots of corals. now all that's left is some soft corals. And it was nice to see those clownfish, which was really cool. That was a highlight, but even their anemones, the anemones were bleached white through, like all the algae inside them is dying. So I'm guessing at some stage those anemones are going to die. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. So nice to get the rabbitfish. I have wanted to get one of those rabbitfish for a long time, but under these circumstances I'm kind of a bit upset about it all. I don't know what to do. It kind of makes me want to leave actually right now. I know that sounds a bit silly, but yeah, like I'm not very excited about hopping in again tomorrow. But look, anyway, let's have a think about that and ponder a little bit of what's going on around us on the planet. And yeah, what we need to do is get a fire going. So we'll get that happening right now, because I want to sort of make a little bit of salt if I've got time and cook that rabbitfish up, and we'll go for a little forage as well. So what we need is some firewood. There's some liquid in this one. Maybe we'll try and open that as well. That's a bonus. I just assumed it was empty instead of ripping it up. Okay. Oh well, fingers crossed. We'll get this going. It takes time to make salt, but hopefully we've got enough time. Here we go. Could go either way, this thing. So it'll be interesting to see if it's in good nick or if it's just gross. It's going to stink the whole camp out. Couple of smaller bits, and we'll just let that go. But there's definitely a decent amount of liquid in there. Let's not break it. Okay, so we'll just go into the slight fizz. Was that a fizz or just compressed air? Maybe, might be alright. No, it is most definitely not alright. Oh, and look, you can see a little borer there. It's really salty, so it's just it's salt water that's in there. Let's crack it open just to see. Oh, yuck. It doesn't stink. Oh. Well, that cracked open a little more than I wanted it to, but yeah, you can see it's got a weird colour, and it was salty when I tasted that little drip that came out. So, unfortunately, the salt water has got in there. That's a bummer, because look at all that. Look at that delicious flesh. It mustn't have been long. It doesn't even smell bad. But we're not going to risk eating that. Ah well, continue on its journey. Bummer. I would have been very excited about that. That was a bit of a find if that was good. But yeah, no good unfortunately. So we'll get that and then we'll get it cooking along nicely. Let's just keep making a stack of charcoal. And that will probably be enough, I'd say. And we've got a little handle here. This came when I got the tarp, and I never used it. Look at that. Boom. Let's see it go. Right, well, we're bubbling away, and you can see a bit of salt actually collecting on the edge there, which is cool. So we just got to wait until that boils all the way down, and then we'll get some nice, and it'll probably be quite smoky. So got some smoky salt on the boil. So that'll take a little while to do, but what we're going to do is go on the hunt for some greens. Now I actually did notice this morning, and it's right here as well, mixed in with a couple of other things, that this here is edible. Here, we'll go and head up the hill a little bit. I think I saw some sort of bushy, see, these are the same thing. It's called purslane, and it's definitely edible. What I was really hoping to find was warrigal greens. I just assumed it would be here because it's just about everywhere else, but I can't actually find it. Yeah, we'll keep looking. Ooh, what's that one? So prickly pear's also an option, but I think I might save that. I've already done that in a video. And it's actually, prickly pear's actually quite nice. Sort of like a slightly gooier capsicum. But it's actually delicious. So we know we can grill that up and get a really good result. Oh, see that? That there looks like warrigal greens. But yes, that, well, it looks a lot like it, but there's not a lot. Is that it? Oh, that could be, no. Yeah, if that's it, that's not enough anyway. So we'll stick with the original, because I definitely saw more growing up here somewhere. There's a couple of big patches of it. So if we get a couple of stalks like these, oh, that one's a good one, with more greenery on them, we can have a few of those with fit dinner. Oh, here we go. This guy's looking good. Now just be careful when you pick them. There are a few plants that look similar, so just make sure you know what you're looking for. It actually grows everywhere. Like, I've got some of this at home, so funnily enough. But we'll just break off a couple of stems that look a bit juicy. And here's a better one. Here we go. One's up here. Looks slightly better. Now during the morning you could see there was actually a little yellow flower in the center of some of these. You can't see it now. That's probably enough. So a little bit of greens. It's really crispy. It's not like if you eat that this here, the pig's face, it's quite bitter and it's got that weird tart, like sticky taste, and it makes your tongue stick together, and it's quite like, oh, bitter. But this, it's really kind of succulent. It's almost like you're getting like a burst of moisture, and it's quite nice actually. So with a little bit of fish and some salt, I think it could be quite good, quite satisfactory. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, let's just pop this up here and move this around. Look at that, we have salt brewing there. We'll let it completely dissolve and then we're good to go. Oh. Okay. remove that off. Just pop it over here and we'll let it cool off for a bit, and then we'll scrape it down. But look, there's actually quite a lot of salt there, so that's a success. It's amazing how much salt you get from just a little bit of seawater. Oh, that's not, oh, it's got a hole in it, look. And here we go. That's pretty good. Just want a little container for our salt. That should hold it quite nicely. Alright, well, bit of black hands there, but it's alright. So, look at that. That is delicious salt. We've got a little bit on our hands there. Obviously it's not flaky, it's all super powdered fine, but it's salty. That's perfect, because it's one thing to go all survival mode, but it's a shame to waste good fish without having a little bit of seasoning. Salt changes everything. A little bit of salt goes a long way. It's good for you, especially in these situations. In a survival situation, you definitely want salt with the water you're getting to help you get that water into you and be able to get your body, let your body use it. So salt is good on a lot of levels, plus it'll make the fish taste a lot nicer, and it's relatively easy to do. But we'll give this a clean now. We've got our little salt here ready to go. That's plenty of salt for a few meals, and we're good to go. We'll go get our fish. Can just cook it without gutting it, but I think I might gut this guy, just simply because I know he's a herbivore, and sometimes herbivores can get a pretty funny smell through them if you don't gut them. Oh, well, a lot of guts. More than I thought there would be. Whoa, his whole body's guts. Look, is that his liver? Whoa. I wonder what he eats to need such a big liver. His whole body was guts. Look at that. Well, that's it. Look there, now we know. Pretty cool to try something different, that's for sure. I think we'll just do him straight just like that. He does have scales, they're tiny little scales. I think I'll just leave it on and peel the skin back. Just go for it. But I got a feeling this is going to be a pretty tasty little fish. This guy, just lay him straight down like that, I think. Can you use this for these? I guess you could. Oh yeah, look at that. What do you know? It's probably going to burn a little bit like that, but we'll start there and we'll move in closer in a sec once those coals die down a bit. This looks like it could be a good plate. Nice. Maybe we can try and get a few of these bits out. The long chopsticks, put them under here. See if we can flip him over. Oh, a rock stuck to him. Where'd that come from? I know that looks a bit crispy on that side, but that's alright, because once we break that top layer off and peel back the skin, the flesh should be nice inside. And keep all his juices in. Should we just slide him off, or oh yeah, let's slide him off onto there. Now if you had oil or something you could cook these greens, I guess, but I guess we won't be worrying too much about that. Where's our salt? Look at that. Gourmet survival. Ah, perfect. Got the perfect little stable table as well. So, yeah, first what we'll do... Oh, it's a bit windy here though. Might have to go over there. Almost blew my dinner away. Okay, well, let's peel the skin away. And we'll see what we end up with here. Oh, here we go. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Get away, fly. Where are you? The only fly in the whole village. Yeah, locked up here. Make a little bone pile, bone and skin pile, but that actually looks pretty amazing inside, doesn't it? My hands are a bit sticky all of a sudden from peeling the skin back, but we definitely need to salt the flesh because that is going to be key to making it taste nice. We'll do it as we go as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, big chunks. Oh, ah, geez, it's very hot. But look at that chunk of meat. That's something else. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can hold it. It's not too hot. Oh, it is very hot. Ah, ah. Mmm. Oh, I'll tell you what. Anything would be hungry. Anything would be tasting good right now. But to be honest, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You know what it is. It tastes just like all those other herbivore fish. And you know what? If you didn't have the salt, you'd be like, oh man, this flesh is just hard to get through. But it makes all the difference. Yeah, no, heaps of flesh on this guy as well. I was worried that one might not be enough because it looks sort of thin, but now that I see him, quite a deep body, quite a lot on him. And easy to get off, no bones in that top section. Too easy. Let's try our greens. Bit planty. If you had dressing on that and made a proper salad, it would actually be delicious. Like if you had like a balsamic and oil or something, or even a sweeter dressing, you'd actually just get stuck into that, no problems. I was in there for like 3 hours or something, just swimming around in shock. Yeah, so I guess I'll stay here tonight for sure and wake up. I might have a think about what I'm going to do in regards of sticking around. I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm not that excited about fishing or jumping in the water. Minimal fish around and it's looking pretty shabby. It's not looking so great for the reef here, so I'm not quite sure what I'll do, but all in all, still a pretty special place to be. And hopefully, I pray that the reef isn't too far gone and it somehow manages to come back. Maybe over winter with that cooler water, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. But it'll give us something to revisit, I guess, at some point. We'll come back in a year's time and we'll see, and maybe it's a good experiment to see how fast things bounce back. But yeah, all right. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm going to finish my fish and enjoy the fire.